Good morning. It's Ada Sparks here with a word of hope. And I'm just thinking this morning about how there are times when we want to believe and we want to have faith, and we're really trying our very best to have faith and to believe. But the circumstances around us are insurmountable and they're overwhelming. And it's difficult, and we're struggling. And I find here in the scripture, well, there's many instances. One of my favorite stories is when the man comes to Jesus and he's asking for a healing, and Jesus looks at him and says, "Do you believe?" And he says, "Help my unbelief." And Jesus heals anyway. I love that story because I think that sometimes that's where I am. I'm saying, "Lord, I believe, I believe, I believe." But then there's still a piece of me that kind of doubts. I'm human. We're all human. And I love that Jesus honors that humanity. And here I see a piece in, after Jesus has come back from the dead and he's shown himself to the disciples, and Thomas wasn't there. And so the disciples have told Thomas about it, and Thomas says, "Until I see the holes in his hands, until I see the place in his side, I'm not going to believe. I just can't believe." And I get that. I get that. I'm sure you get that too. It's like we hear of these miracles. We believe in the healing. We believe in the power of Jesus. We've heard about it. We've seen it. We've felt it. But sometimes believing it for ourselves is difficult. I can pray for your healing. I can pray for your deliverance. I can pray that God's going to do something mighty in your family. But it's hard to believe it for myself. It's hard sometimes to grasp that God's going to do that for me. And I think that that's what Thomas was struggling with. And Jesus shows up before Thomas even says anything to him. And he says, "Here, put your hand in the holes in my hand. Put your hand in my side." But then I love what Jesus says to him. He says, "Thomas, because you have seen me, you've believed. But blessed are those that have not seen and have believed." And so he honors his doubt. He says, "It's okay." Then he challenges him and says, "Next time I want you to believe without seeing." And so I challenge you, and I challenge myself today to believe without seeing. I accept the challenge. Do you? Be wise, not afraid. See you tomorrow on A Word of Hope.